Helps. You're in the right place, Gibson.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoons Delight. Let's talk about this, man. This was a serious subject. So, one of the things that I really love, and I think this is the genius part of what they did, right? So, we know Carver was the new guy last year. Derek Gibson's the new guy this year. Rome Flynn, I think they nailed it with that casting decision, by the way, because Rome is such a good damn actor. He was on The Bold and the Beautiful, so I used to really watch Bold and the Beautiful, and he was on there. He was Stella on there, and I believe he was on Fire Country last year. I don't watch Fire Country, but I believe he was on there last year. Someone that I know told me that he was on there. So he comes on over here, and I think they nailed it with this casting decision, man. I hope he stays for a while, man. I like his background. I like the way he's a little bit of a different tone than the rest of the guys too. A little bit more on the serious side. But they'll break that out of him. They usually do with the fight, because Carver was like that. Carver was kind of serious last year too, but then they kind of made him a little goofy, like the rest of the cast. So they usually do that stuff with the fire actors. But hey, because Severide's still kind of stoic, in his demeanor. You know what I'm saying? He's not really goofy like that. And Casey was like that too. So I think there's room for like a character like, because he's what he's going to do is, I think the thing I like about Gibson, he's going to balance everybody out because he's not as goofy as everybody else. So he's going to be able to balance everybody else out by being a little bit more serious, a little bit more, a little bit of a different demeanor than everybody else in the Firehouse. So I think he's a terrific actor too, man. He really acted really good in this one. I loved the way he perfected the story too, because now we found out what happened with him, why he was, the whole boxing, the secret with his boxing career, why he never really let the cat out the bag. So there was a kid, and I'll get to this in the next video as well, because Violet had to help save Brett from getting suspended for this kid that got accidentally he had I think it was a heart condition or something like that, and Brett and Violet couldn't save him in time because their machine didn't work when they were on but they found out later it was the pads that came in defective. And so it was the kid that they were scared that it was going to be some permanent new, what do you call that? Damn, I didn't even write that word in my notes, so I'm blanking out right now. In the head and the brain, it's in you. I don't know why I can't think right now, because every time I do videos, I can't think about certain words, man. So I try to write stuff on the notes, but I didn't write this down, man. But anyways, man, neurological, I think that's the word I'm looking for. But they were scared that he wasn't going to be able to, his brain wasn't going to be the same as it was before, because he didn't get the help in time that he needed. So Gibson had a similar situation that happened to him when he was boxing. So the kid, there was a kid, and it was basketball too. So the other kid was feeling guilty, thinking that he might have killed this kid, and it was an accidental hit. And they showed Gibson looking at the footage from it on his phone. And Gibson, since he's been there, he's been kind of like put off by the rest of the Firehouse being so nosy and into other people's business and all this other stuff. And so he's been a little bit uncomfortable with that. And he knows people been trying to get information out of his past and stuff like that. He's been trying to hide his past. And one of the big reasons why he's been trying to hide his past is because of this situation. So Carver's been trying to get to him, and he kind of snapped at Carver at one point. To get him out from getting out of his business. And then he finally opens back up to Carver later in the episode and finally sets the record. And he apologized to Carver, and he lets him know why he was in this situation. But he tells him, I think they were outside at this point, he tells him that he almost killed the man when he was boxing. And so basically, he basically did kill him, because the guy did die. but it was accidental. It wasn't like he murdered the dude intentionally or whatever. It was just that the guy, you know, had a you know, health history, and that was basically what the kid had. And he had to kind of realize it to himself, so he wanted to talk to the kid that accidentally hit him in the game and let him know that, you're going to be dealing with the guilt part for a while, but at least he's okay. Like, Gibson's really got to deal with this for the rest of his life. So he even had to get like mental help for it and everything like that. Like, he had to actually go to, I think it was called Lakeshore, to get help from the doctors and stuff. And so it was like a real thing for Gibson to really get over this. And he opened up to Carver about it. And I think what helped Gibson was not only Carver being there for him, but it was also because he was able to talk to the kid about it. So he was able to let some things out that he's probably been holding in for years. And his lawyers always never wanted him to talk about it. So that's why he wanted to keep it a secret, because he didn't really want to talk about it or get it out there, because I guess it was a legal matter at the time too. So, so he finally was able to talk about it. They got a beer, and he opened up about it, and Carver was like, hey, we know, and Carver came from a similar background with the reason why he became a firefighter too, and Carver assured him that you were in the right spot. He became a firefighter, and I really like that, because basically Gallo, I think, was the one that opened everything up for Carver. And because remember, before that moment, Carver was very closed off before, and he was the same way. He didn't get along with the rest of the Firehouse really, and this is the way Gibson was. So I think Gibson's gonna be a lot more open going forward, because this opened them up, and I love it. I love it that they've been using the newest guys to do it though, because I think there's a little bit of a unique experience between those two sides when you had the new guys, being able to open up. And so I love it, man. I'm loving that they went over it. They didn't take too much time going over it either. And I can't wait to see the way Gibson's character is after this, man. Because I think he's going to be a good fit in the Firehouse. I think they nailed it, because he's going to be a good actor. So you could do a number of different storylines with him as well. They nailed it, man. It's just a matter of how long they're able to keep him, man. Because he might, I think at some point, man, he might be too big for Chicago Fire. He might be moving on to other projects, bro. Like, because this kid can act, bro. I knew it when he was on The Bold and the Beautiful, Ron Flynn. I knew when he was on there, I was like, this kid is too big. I thought back then he was too big for The Bold and the Beautiful. So, you know what I mean? So it was huge, man. But like I said, the person that I know said he was really good on Fire Country, so I knew he that's probably how he got the Chicago Fire role, by the way. So, yeah, man. Good decision picking this kid up, bro. I really like Ron Flynn on the show as Firefighter Derek Gibson, bro. So let's see how, one last thing. I would have loved to have actually seen Gibson on here when, I would have loved to have seen it when he was on, what's his name? Emma Jacobs. When Emma Jacobs was on here, I would have loved to have seen Gibson on here when Emma Jacobs was on here, bro. That would have been great to see. That would have been great to see, man. That would have been great to see. But by the way, I don't know. I haven't. For those of y'all that's been wondering, I haven't really confirmed if he was on Fire Country yet, because I hadn't actually looked it up yet. My friend said he was. I think it was someone that looked like him. I'm not sure if he was on there. I think where I seen him at was on, I can't remember if it was Grey's Anatomy or The Rookie or something. I think that's where I saw him at. That's the last time I think I saw him was on either Grey's Anatomy or The Rookie. He might have been on both. I don't know. But I think that's the last time where I saw him. I don't know if he was on Fire Country, so if one of y'all could correct my friend on that, don't correct me on that, because I'm not the one that said that. I'm just relaying what she said. Because she switched on Fire Country. So I don't know if he was on there, though. Let me know if he was or not. So, but yeah, man, go on ahead and get this video. Like, share, subscribe. I think he's going to be a very interesting character, man. Let's get over to, we're going to talk about Violet and Brett, that situation with the kid, man. Because Violet basically saved Brett in a way on that one, man. So go ahead and get this video. Like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Afternoons to light.